Good morning, students. Today we see the thermal expansion. So, solid has three kinds of thermal expansion. First one linear, second one surface, third one volume. Now let us discuss about linear and cubical expansion. A solid has a definite shape. So when a solid is heated, it expands in all direction, that is in length, area and volume all increase on heating. In increase in length means is called linear expansion, and increase in volume means is called cubical expansion. Do one experiment. So take a bulb, dry cell, candle, cycle spoke, coin and wooden blocks all, and connect a bulb and dry cell to the free ends of the wires connected to the coin and spoke, and make the circuit shown in the figure. When the tip of the free end of the spoke touches the coin and circuit is completed and bulb lights up. Now you light the candle and heat the spoke with it, and what happened? The spoke will expand and touch the coin and complete the circuit and bulb lights up. So this shows linear expansion. So see one example, you will get a clear idea about the linear expansion. That clear? See the video.
You see the aluminum piece shown here, and over to the left is a mechanical amplifier, which will indicate the amount of expansion. As we see really close here, just a slight movement down to the bottom will cause a movement of the needle upward, up towards the aluminum range. Heat is added to the aluminum sample to show this thermal expansion effect.
So when heating the metal thing, it expands. That only the arrow will rotate. That's clear? So next topic, cubical expansion. So take a metal ring and a metal ball. The So that's clear. So when heating the metal thing, it expand. So this is called cubical expansion. So now we see the uses of thermal expansion. So first one, fitting the iron rim on the wooden wheel. So the diameter of the iron ring slightly less than that of the wooden wheel. It cannot be easily slipped on from the rim of the wooden wheel. So first you heat the iron ring to a higher temperature so that it expand in size, and hot ring is then easily slipped over the rim of the wooden wheel. So cold water is now poured on the iron ring so that it contracts in size and holds the wooden wheel tightly. So that's clear. So second use, riveting. So rivets are used to join two steel plates together. Hot rivet is driven through the hole in the plates. So first one, when red hot, the rivet is put into the position and it is hammered into a head and then allowed to cool. And third one, the rivet cools, it contracts and pulls steel plates together. So this is the use of the thermal expansion. So now we see the examples of thermal expansion. So gaps are left between rails while laying a railway track, and gaps are left in between two joints of a concrete bridge. Why gaps are left? That means in summer days it expand. That's only gaps are left. So next see one thick glass tumbler and pour hot liquid is poured into the tumbler. The inner surface of the tumbler becomes hot and expand while the outer surface remains at the room temperature. It does not expand. Due to this unequal expansion, the tumbler cracks. So in glassware used in the kitchen and laboratory are generally made up of borosilicate glass. Borosilicate, that means Pyrex glass, that only used in the kitchens and laboratories. So what is the reason? So in normal glass it crack, so that is the reason. So the borosilicate glass do not expand much on being heated, and therefore they do not crack. That only used in the kitchens and laboratory. So next the electric wires. So electric wires between the electric post contract on cold days and sag in summer days. To solve this problem, we leave wires slang so that they are free to change the length. So in summer days sag and cold days contract. That's clear. So the thermal expansion, today we see what is thermal expansion and what is the uses of thermal expansion and the examples of thermal expansion. So I hope you all clear. So first unit over.